Well, good morning. Here we are, day 6 underway. Of course, with my charging difficulties on the phone, I managed to kill the battery on the bike. So, let's see if we can get the old jump start to get the bike going this morning. Well, we got it. Good old Maria, saving the day. Had just enough battery to get that fuel pump going, but note to self, don't rely on the bike to charge the phone when it's not running. Well, I don't quite think that video and pictures do it justice, but Utah still not disappointing. So many twists and turns on this road, and what's mind-blowing about it is we've hit 9,600 feet. I think the highest drivable pass in Canada is like 7,200 feet. That's Highwood Pass in Kananaskis, so this is pretty cool. It looks an awful lot like the Yukon if you ask me. Anyways, till next time. Well, here we are back on Mars, or the moon. Utah, man, this is such a mind-blowing place. I can't get enough of it. Just about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago we were at 9,600 feet and it was actually like kind of cold. And now we are probably at about 6,000 feet. It's probably plus 30. We're riding what's called Hell's Backbone. It's just this ridge and it just twists back and forth on and on forever. Blows my mind. You could stop every 5 minutes so easily here. There's just so much to see and so much to do. It's pretty darn awesome. Utah does not disappoint. Highly recommend it if you get the chance. Highly recommend it. This riding has been exceptional and probably the absolute perfect time of year to do it. Alright guys, check in with you next time. Hey, welcome back. There's one of those famous arches and these wonderful red rocks. Pretty cool walking around in this ancient seabed. I'm quite enjoying myself. Hiking barefoot because it's all sand. It's amazing. It's pretty cool. Utah rocks. Oh yeah, those arches. That is what I came here to see. Mission completed in Utah. Hopefully this is a bit of better angle. There we go. Pretty spectacular. These red rocks are just amazing. Went for a quick dunk in the river. Feeling pretty good. Feeling fresh. Ready to roll and on to the next spot. Panguitch, I think it's pronounced. Panguitch? I don't know. That's where we're going to next, and then Panguitch Lake tonight. So, see you there. Another beautiful day in Utah coming to a close. Pretty amazing. You might not be able to see it. You might be able to. But way off in the distance over there is kind of where I started. Zoom way over there. Well, I didn't start there, but I rode through there and came the long way around, and now I'm into another national forest. Yeah, big day. Still having charging issues with the phone. Not quite sure how to sort that out just yet. I keep trying the go-to techniques and it doesn't really seem to be helping. We've got a magnet charger deal, but it's just slow. So sorry that I'm not posting this stuff as regularly as I would like to. I'd like to post a little something every day, but here we are. And I thought I would try to take a moment and address why simplicity is such a good thing. It's such an amazing thing. Simplifying your life, simplifying your needs, simplifying just how your life operates. And every day it's just been paying off on this trip. I didn't go down the road of minimalism intentionally. It sort of just happened. It sort of just came to me. It's like the universe knew I needed to do this to make this trip successful. And they were right, 'cause it has certainly made things substantially easier. Case in point, I went on a hike today and I started with my little barefoot shoes, you know, but then there was one creek crossing, so I took them off. And I was like, this whole sand is just trail. Screw it. I don't even need these shoes. I'll just go barefoot. And it was just so easy. And I would pass other hikers that had taken off their crazy boots just to go from the sand to the water, back to the sand, and trying to carefully clean their feet off when they get to the other side of the water. And I was just like, I didn't say anything to them, everyone can live their own life. But I was just like, wow, simple is just so much easier. And I used to be like them too. Years ago, I started with the big boots and all that stuff. And it's just funny how it's progressed to simpler and simpler and simpler. And you can climb mountains in pretty light footwear. You don't need heavy boots to do that. So it's a pretty awesome thing, the whole minimalist journey. It just keeps everything so simple. I see all these big camper trailers and these RVs, and they're all setting up and leveling and doing all this stuff, and I just roll up, pull out my tent, and I'm good to go. And I just think it's great. You get to connect with nature, I think, better when you're sleeping in a tent and breathing the fresh air and walking around in your barefoot. And everyone can do their own thing. Like, I'm not here to tell you how to do it, but simplicity, so much easier. And I hope that it serves as a bit of a inspiration to those out there that are wondering, how can I do this, right? And perhaps you're more on a budget. And that's, if you haven't noticed, I'm trying to kind of gear that to people that might be on a budget. Not necessarily, anyone can go and do this sort of thing, but there's a lot of folks ask me, how can you afford to do this? And that's sort of how I'm trying to relate to folks. Is like, well, you can do it on a budget. Simple is great. You don't have to take a motorcycle like me. I've seen just about every type of personal vehicle that you can imagine out there on these trails. Everything from a Honda Civic to minivans to the full-blown Mercedes 4x4. And it's amazing how far you can get without four-wheel drive. Like, a lot of these little trails that say four-wheel drive needed, just keep in mind, like, the people that are putting that there might not be like an expert in four-wheel drive, four-wheeling, off-roading, right? Like, I would consider myself quite knowledgeable in that field. I've done an awful lot of, like, you absolutely need four-wheel drive to get there type of driving. And a lot of these roads I've been going down on the bike that say you need four-wheel drive, you don't. You could do it in a Honda Civic. It's pretty straightforward. So may that be a motivation to you. Use the vehicle you've got and go, travel, explore. It's a big world. There's so much to see. It's pretty awesome. I hope that you can relate to some of that, and it works for you in some way, shape, or form. Keeping it simple, so much easier. And I think, personally, just observing folks, the people that keep it simple, I think they're having a better time than the people that overcomplicate it with the big RVs and the trailers and all the gear and the stuff. Because at the end of the day, you just don't need all that stuff to be happy. And that's what it's all about. It's just figuring out how to be happy with what you have. So, day 6 is basically a wrap here in Utah. I'll try to give you that sunset view. Utah, still amazing. It's, wow, what a beautiful state. We're at 7,600 feet tonight. It's going to be a little chilly probably, but it's okay. That's what it's all about. It's going to be real warm pretty soon. If my buddy from Smithers is watching, I met a really cool dude today. His name was Dave. He lives in Ensenada, and he's all about wing foiling. So we're going to be stopping in when we go through Baja. It's pretty sweet. Anyways, take care. You have a great night. Oh boy, let's see that blind. Woo! There's that sunset. You guys have a wonderful evening. Until next time. I'm out.